Riding a new Maybach, my bitch too flooded. Goddamn, my bitch, she flooded. How the nigga down for real, I love her. All the sun bitches come.
Hey, there's no balcony here, Chicago?
Rooftop.
No, I was talking about at the concert venue.
Did you see Cole's video recently?
Yeah.
Bro, that was at our 10-year show?
Yeah.
And like when I saw him up there.
How did they catch him, bro?
Bro, you know how, like, the video doesn't do justice exactly how high that was. Like, that was probably 20 feet. What do you think, Noah?
No, he was in the air for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like the
that's a long fucking time.
Bro, probably 20 feet in the air, you'd say?
So he didn't say shit to nobody. He just got up there.
Bro. And don't get me wrong, Cole staged, like, I've been in Lyrical for 9 years, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen Cole stage dive multiple times. That's nothing nothing unordinary.
Yeah.
But from that height,
they didn't catch me. It was like the crowd was there and then they weren't there right when it was time for me to hit the ground. They split the sea, bro. They parted the sea.
So let me ask you this. Do you get like trust issues after that? Like next time you go to stage dive, is that going to be in your head?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I still did it though. I did it again in Chicago, but I chose the lower balcony. Oh
yeah.
No, not Chicago, Dallas, yeah. I chose the lower balcony this time.
You see, I kind of wish Cole would have did that. Don't get me wrong. It turned out to be a dope moment.
Yeah,
like I'm glad he did it. But in the moment, I was like, bro, the potential things that could maybe go wrong here, it's just not worth it.
That's the thing though. If you got the clip, you got the clip.
And we got the clip. Luckily,
he ain't never got to do that.
Shout
shit
out the
again.
media team. All right, DC the Don. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all.
What was it like growing up in Milwaukee?
Growing up in Milwaukee was the older I get, now that I look back on it, like in hindsight, it was really like living in like a box, like a real small box, and it was a tight box, like airtight, to where you can't see the way people think outside of the box that you're in. You know what I'm saying, or the way people talk, the way people act. It wasn't until I first like started visiting my dad, who lived in California, when I started to understand that it was different ways of life.
Yeah. Is your dad from California originally?
He's from East Oakland.
Okay.
So he's from the Bay Area, but he was actually living in Oregon when I was a kid. Okay. But either way, anywhere was different than Milwaukee for me growing up. You know what I'm saying? Even if we would take like weekend trips to Chicago, it would just, everything would feel like, oh, you can do this, you can talk like this, you can also do shit like this, you know?
So at what age did you end up moving from Milwaukee to California?
I was 16.
Okay. What was that transition like? I gotta imagine, bro. Like, I grew up in the Midwest. I can only imagine like growing up in the Midwest and moving to California as a teenager. What was that like?
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was hella sad about it, bro. Cause I love California. I still live there now, but at the time, like I got kicked out of school, so my mom kicked me out the house. She made me move with my dad. So when I got there, I just didn't want to live there, to be honest. Like, I just wasn't fucking with it. But over time, I got used to it, and I was like, fuck it, I'm here. And it saved my life, you know? Like, I wasn't doing nothing good in Milwaukee at all. So me going to California, it was just like a reset on my life and like a realization for me to be like, all right, you getting older, bro. Shit's about to start shaking. You can't just be, you know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't for me coming to California and seeing, you know what I'm saying, like, people out here that, the thing about California is that's different than Milwaukee. It's just this simple. In California, I can walk down the street and I can see somebody drive a Lambo truck. In Milwaukee, I ain't gonna never see that. So how would I aspire or dream to have a Lambo truck if I don't see a Lambo truck?
Is there ever any times, maybe not so much now, but like, was there ever any times that you missed Milwaukee?
I always miss Milwaukee. I love it. I love how, like, first of all, I got so much fucking family there, but I just love, like, it's certain things you can't get back. You know what I'm saying? Like when you trade in for the good weather, the Lambo trucks, you know what I'm saying? It's certain things you can't get back, like JJ's, you know what I'm saying? JJ's Fish and Chicken, your family, you know what I'm saying? Being able to just drive 5 minutes down the road and seeing a cousin or going to CVS and running into somebody you know what I'm saying? Like hooping at the parks, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's a lot of things that I can't get back. But that's why I always come back and visit. I always do shows in my city. Yeah. But we make it an excuse to go back. We just do a show like every couple months.
Yeah. When's your next one?
Spring. Milwaukee. Oh, Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah, we haven't fully started planning it yet, but we want to do a holiday show.
I love that.
Yeah.
Who are some artists that you were listening to when you were growing up?
So many fucking people, bro. My earliest memory of music was Lil Wayne got a song called Go DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Go DJ, that's my DJ. Say go DJ.
When I was like, I think I was like 4 or 5. I got a big brother named DJ on my dad's side, and I used to look up to him so much, like I wanted to be DJ. So I would tell people my nickname was DJ. So I believed that was my name for a while. So when I heard the song, I thought Lil Wayne was talking about me. I ain't know shit about music. I'm like, he must be talking about me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'll be like dancing to it and shit. And my mom, she said she got me a Walkman. I just heard this story like a couple weeks ago. She said she got me a Walkman, and I had a Michael Jackson CD, and I would just sit there and listen to it all day when I was like 3 years old. So I guess I just always been listening to shit.
Can you tell me about the band Neck Deep?
Yeah. Yeah. What about him? What you want to know? Bro, I love Neck Deep, bro. That's crazy that you asked that, bro, because god damn, man.
Song on your stereo. I hope you got your ballroom floor.
This last tour that we did, I think I might have overplayed Neck Deep. I'm not gonna lie. We did we be going like karaoke bars and shit. Usually we'll do like Hey There Delilah, but every time the first suggested song that we talk about is December by Neck Deep, and then we're like, nah, we can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I love Neck Deep.
Have you tried to connect with them now?
Yeah, I tried.
It hasn't worked yet?
Nah, it hasn't.
One of these days.
One of these days.
One of these days.
One of these days.
At what point did you know that you wanted to pursue music exclusively?
Exclusively? I didn't know that until I was like 17, 18. But I knew I wanted to make music when I was probably like 8.
Yeah. When did you first start recording music?
I recorded my first song when I was 17. I used to write to like YouTube type beats, and I would go to parties, and me and my friends we went to the Sweet 16 bash. It was this girl that we knew, and she had the whole little setup with the mics and all that shit. So I went on the aux, I put on this YouTube type beat, and I just started freestyling my song, and then that was my first performance ever. And everybody was turning up and shit. It was like a T Grizzly type beat. Yeah.
Nah, damn, not the T Grizzly type beat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So a few months back, you dropped your project Funeral. You've been teasing Funeral for nearly 2 years now. How long were you sitting on some of this music?
I would say, the oldest song on Funeral was Working on Dying. So I think I had it for like maybe like half a year, like 6 months or so before it dropped, like most of the songs. Because I don't know, like my writing process is, when it comes to projects, is like, it's usually just a specific time where I finish the whole project, and that could be a month, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2 months, but it's never like a full year of working on it, because whenever I'm in the flow, I'm in the flow. I just need 4 or 5 months to work and get out all the mid, figure out what I want to do with it, and once I figure it out, I make the project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would say like maybe like 6 months, something like that.
Now that it's been out for a few months, how has the reception been like?
It's been great. Yeah, it's been great. But honestly, right, I'm kind of cursed with caring too much about this shit, because only thing I'm thinking about is my next album, and I've been working on it like just day in, day out. Like as soon as I put the music out, to me it's like dead to me. I know it sounds crazy, but
do you feel like when you work on it and you put so much into it, by the time you put it out, not you don't care about it anymore, but it's just like, all right, that's out in the world, like what's next type thing?
Yeah, it's like we've been listening to all the unreleased from my next album, Rebirth. So by the time Rebirth comes out, and I'm bumping this shit every single day, it's old to me now. Now I'm like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? My whole goal at the end of the day is to keep shit moving. I don't want to get stuck in one era. You know what I'm saying? I want to just keep it pushing. So yeah, the most shit that I'm worried about right now is just making sure that my next project is always elevated, no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever feel like people try to box you into like a specific sound? And do you think Funeral supports your case to show like the fluidity that you have between genres?
Yeah. Yes and no. I think Funeral shows glimpses of it, But the whole problem is, I feel like in a way with Funeral, I was still trying to appease to the fan, like not the fans, but like the general public a little bit more than I wish I did. You know what I'm saying? So I think it shows glimpses of it, and I think if you really give it a chance and you go through the album, you're gonna find some shit in there that you really love about it. But I feel like my next project, I just want to go balls to the wall with it. Like at the end of the day, first song that comes in, you either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry that you didn't like it. But it's gonna be fucking beautiful. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm putting that shit together as if I never had a fan. You see what I'm saying? As if I never had a general public to even listen in the first place. I'm just putting it together as if I was a fan of an artist. You know what I'm saying? I know that's kind of weird to think about, but sometimes I think of myself and my music like that, where I'm like, okay, if I was a fan of a new artist, what would I want? What kind of vibe would I want from it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I a fan of? Yeah. I'm just going from there, you know what I'm saying? And I think Funeral does show that versatility, and it does show like, yo, I don't make just this type of music. I just came in making this type of music. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's not really diving deep enough for me. Yeah. So I think the Rebirth album and the albums that I have coming after that is gonna feel more like what I need it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like the external noise, we were talking about this earlier in a separate interview. I feel like external noise and just like comments you see on socials and like your fan base pushing you to do one specific thing that they like it could sway people in certain ways. Oh, hell yeah. How do you block some of that out? How do you go about that?
I block it out every time I think about, I mean, it's not, I'm not perfect. Like it's that shit gets to me sometimes. Like I'll be like, fuck, like should I go back and do some shit like this? But then I think about it like, if I would have went back and did some shit like that whenever they was first telling me that, I would have stuck with making the first song that I ever made over and over again. The first song that ever popped, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I would have never made any type of songs that sound like close to rock, anything that sounds close to pop, any dance music. I would have never dabbled in anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had somebody tell me not to sing when I first started.
Really?
I actually had a few people tell me not to sing. Granted, I wasn't a great singer. I still don't feel like I'm a great singer, but I feel like I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? I figured out my voice. But yeah, I had a couple close people tell me too. They were like, yo, you should stop singing. Like, this GMFU shit that you made and put on World Star, it worked. So keep doing that. Or the red light shit, it worked. Keep doing that. But I'm like, at first I would let it get to me, and then I would go make another song, and I was singing again, and I was like, this is the best singing song I ever made. Then I would go do it again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, at the end of the day, if I listen to other people's opinions, bro, I would never have half the shit that I have, like when it comes to Funeral and Rebirth and all this new shit that I'm on.
Do you have a personal favorite song off of the project?
Yeah, I would say Hate the New You. Hate the New You and Let's Pretend from the Deluxe. Yeah.
So you were currently on your pre-birth tour. How has tour been so far?
Tour's been crazy, bro. Tour's been crazy. It doesn't feel like it really started yet, to be honest, because we've been doing a lot of traveling. How many dates we do? 3? Today's the 5th. Yeah. Nah, it's been great. It's always good to get on tour as an artist and see where your shit lies with your fans. You know what I mean? Like, we're doubling our rooms and our capacity sizes now. So I know that this whole last year, the work that we put in was worth it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we just gonna keep doing it and keep going up. You know what I'm saying? Like, last time we was in Chicago, we probably did like, what, like 200?
We just crossed 200.
Like barely 200, and we got like 4. How much?
We're closing in on 500 tonight.
We're getting close to like 500 tonight. So, I don't know, the shit's working.
Yeah. I'm curious, do you have any songs that you've recorded and you don't really expect them to do as well live, but then like you go and perform it for that first time live and your fan base really attaches to it?
Yeah.
Do you have any examples of that?
Man, I still been trying to figure that shit out. Like, what's the science behind it? But I don't think there is a science. No. What song? I know there's a few songs that like catch me by surprise. Honestly, yeah, you gave me my answer. I would say Hate the New You then. Because when I first started doing it, I didn't know how to perform it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just jump and go, hey, yeah, I can't do none of that shit. I can't mosh pit to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, the fuck am I supposed to do? Once I realized they just want to hear the song and they want to sing the song with me,
Yeah.
I just started like singing it like I was in my room performing it, like when I first made the song, you know what I'm saying? Like dancing on stage and just vibing to it. But those are like the most surprising songs, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially like the closers, like Maniac and stuff like that from my last album, like my more rock eccentric records. They sing that shit. There was one time on the Snot Get Busy or Die tour that we did a couple months ago. I was singing Intuition, and I literally stopped singing because I'm looking at somebody, and I thought I was just tweaking out. I thought I was delusional. Like, we're like 20 shows in, but there was a kid right there just bawling his eyes out, crying.
Oh, what?
And I was like, I'm just staring at bro. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? And then I gave him a hug or whatever, but he told me, he was like, bro, this song means a lot to me. Like, he had a friend or somebody that used to listen to it with him or whatever. And like shit like that made me like, it just makes me like, it's always fun to turn the crowd up, bro. Like, it's fun to have motherfuckers mosh pit. It's fun to jump off balconies and shit. But at the end of the day, like, those type of moments you couldn't get without having those type of songs and having your fans attached to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that's beautiful, man. We talked about this a little bit off camera, but what are your favorite and least favorite parts about touring?
Favorite parts about touring, trying the foods in every city. That's always fun. It's like a bucket list game. Like, every city, we gotta try the most famous food. And then also just the show in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, performing. The worst part is everything else. The traveling. No personal space ever. And yeah, just sometimes like me being on my phone, like I won't be answering my phone for people back home, and they'll get mad at me. But it's like, for me, it's nauseating, bro. Being traveling like that and you're tired as fuck, and then somebody's calling you, like, bro, I don't know if I can do this right now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I hate to sound like a dick like that, but shit, bro, it is what it is.
Speaking of that, you're in Chicago.
Yeah.
What food spot do you have planned to go to tonight?
Y'all got JJ's here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, JJ's for sure. For sure. I need some catfish.
That's nostalgic for you.
Yeah, I need some catfish, bro. I need some catfish. If not JJ's, what you think I should eat?
Well, you've been here before.
Yeah, I've been here like.
So what have you tried? I'm sure like.
We had the what was that deep dish spot?
Lumonati's.
The pizza spot I went to last time was...
There was a pizza spot we went to and they had like, oh my god, bro, they had the pesto on it.
Yeah, I could think that spot. Bro.
It wasn't Lumonati's? Gino's?
Wait, should I go there though?
That's a good spot. We were talking about this earlier. Personally, like, I live in Chicago, bro. Deep dish is something you eat like once a year, like when you live here. Like, it just puts you down for the day. Like, you eat 2 slices, you going to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, type thing. But
that's just insane.
That's
bro.
like one of the famous Chicago spots. Harold's is obviously a famous Chicago spot. Portillo's, if you've ever been
I still
there.
gotta try Harold's. I never tried Harold's.
Yeah.
I try Harold's.
Yeah. Now try. I'd say Portillo's or Harold's, both good spots. So you landed a spot on the XXL freshman cover this year.
Yeah.
What did that moment mean to you?
Bro, that shit meant so much to me, bro. I was happy as fuck. Bro, I was sitting here thinking just now. I was like, I remember the first time I found out about double XLs because Lil B and Kendrick Lamar did a cypher. But I'm about to say some shit right now that I probably shouldn't say, but I remember I seen Vanessa at the photo shoot, and I was like, damn, this is the same girl Famous Dex was cussing out on live.
Bro,
that
was an intense live. I remember that.
Yeah, and she went on Breakfast Club to talk about it. I was like, damn, this is her.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, bro. That shit was just, for me, bro, that was fun, bro. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I wish they never cut the ending of my freestyle, bro. Like, what the fuck? It wasn't the cypher. It was my freestyle by myself. I don't know. I think they thought it was like too controversial or something. Because I started talking about like some, I don't know. It's like probably some shit I probably shouldn't have went up there rapping about. It's kind of like I was vibe killing type shit, like trauma dumping. But they should have put it in there, bro. It was sick. They cut it out. Like, they cut out like the last 8 bars or something like that. So Double XL released that shit, man.
What is your favorite SpongeBob episode?
Krusty Krab pizza.
Classic.
In the chocolate episode where the grandma and the great grandma, where she, the great grandma.
And she's like all shriveled up,
Yeah.
tiny.
She was like a backwood. And then what was the other one? Oh, the other one is the water episode with Sandy, where she's hibernating. Yeah, I used to think that episode was scary.
Is that the Pinhead Larry episode?
Pinhead Larry, yeah.
Bro, what a great scene.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
laughed
one.
so hard at that scene as a kid.
Yeah, that shit was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Do I got one more? Oh, prom, where he comes up with the dance.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
he takes Pearl.
Pearl. Yeah. And he low-key sang at prom.
Yeah, he was turning up. He was he was in the middle of the circle.
Yeah.
He had his stilts on.
Yeah. He did have the stilts on. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
singing directly to Pearl. What a classic show. My
Yeah.
favorite episode is, you remember that Super Bowl halftime
Yeah. Oh,
episode?
damn.
Bro, that's a
good one.
classic. That's a classic. I remember
great
Travis did the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
he paid homage to it.
one. Yeah, that shit's live.
Yeah,
bro.
that's a classic. I always love to ask people that question. You learn a lot about people via their favorite SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, if they can't name one, I don't know if I can fuck with you.
Bro, it's a couple of people we've interviewed, and I ask them, they're like, I never watched SpongeBob. I wasn't allowed to, this and that.
Oh,
Classic. That one scared me. That one, that's where you felt like SpongeBob wasn't in control, and that's when I got nervous.
yeah, that shit's funny.
So you performed at Rolling Loud and Summer Smash this year. Describe these moments to me. Like, how would your 14-year-old self look at these moments now?
Yeah, bro. My 17-year-old me, any age of me besides the age that did the shit, to be honest. Because I've always wanted to do it, bro. I just always wanted to do it, you know what I'm saying? It was just a dream come true, for real. Yeah, the energy was ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I just grew up watching so much shit, bro. Like I told you when I first got here, bro, like, I'm a fan, bro. I sat here and watched interviews and like behind the scenes videos and shit like that. But it's been the same thing for everything else. Like when it comes to Rolling Loud sets, Summer Smash sets, I sat there and watched everybody's set. Cause I wanted to be there. You know what I'm saying? So now that I finally got to do it, feels great. I'm not satisfied with it.
Yeah.
But it just feels amazing, bro.
Who are some artists that you want to work with in the future?
Pharrell. Yeah, Pharrell. I want to work with Pharrell so bad. He followed me a couple months ago.
Really?
Maybe like a year ago at this point. It's been a while, right?
It was during the, I think it was during the funeral tour.
Yeah, he followed me a while ago.
Hey, the Pharrell follows. Crazy.
Yeah, I was only following him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was only following him. I was like, man, I need this feature, nigga. I need a beat. I need something, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got too eager. I started DMing him. I'm like, bro, let's do some shit. That nigga was not with it.
No.
But maybe one day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He still follows me, so I appreciate that. Obviously, like, I don't know, bro. So I want to work with everybody, bro. I feel like I'm one of those type of people. I can see the beauty in everybody's shit. Like, even if I wouldn't hop on your type of shit, I know exactly what I would put you on. You know what I mean? Like, I want to work with Kid Cudi so bad. Kid Cudi, bro. Yeah, bro.
How old are you?
24.
24. Isn't it weird? I'm 27. Isn't it weird that like our age gap and like people older than me, that they like know Kid Cudi like that. But these kids nowadays, like we had them headline our festival last year, and a lot of people like younger than you aren't really aware of Kid Cudi like that.
My mom was like, I was sitting there, you were probably right next to me when you were watching the set. Were you right by the Yeah. I was standing right there. And my mom was like, man, I'm tired. I need to go home. I'm like, nah, mom, you got to come watch Cudi, bro. Like, you have to. Long story short, bro, Cudi, Kanye, Pharrell. Who else? Cudi, Kanye, Pharrell. Oh, man, so many niggas from that era of music. Like, I would say I was probably like 12, 13. They was just making like, literally like soundtracks, like the soundtrack to what I had going on in my life. You know what I mean? No pun intended.
Yeah.
Cudi, bro, he just got that nostalgic feel, bro. I think that's the main thing about bro's music that I took and put into my own shit. Like his shit just feels so nostalgic.
Yes.
And that's what I attract to when it comes to music. You know what I mean? So I would love to work with Cudi one day.
Yeah.
It was sick seeing him live, by the way.
Yeah. Nah, I was having a ball there. Like I felt like a kid again. We just shot a video for him and Dirk for the Sing Off the Lyrical project, and I was geeked out the whole time. I was just sitting there like, dude, that's Kid Cudi.
He got that energy to him, bro. Like I was watching the video, like his energy is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he's living in the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What was interesting too about that, we might cut this part out. What was interesting too about that is Cole obviously connected them.
Yeah.
Dirk didn't know who Cudi was, and Cudi didn't really know who Dirk was. So like Cole had to go to both of them and explain like the importance.
That's crazy.
And like they had mutual respect. Like they understood like that they were peers or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they didn't really know much about either of them. I thought that was so interesting.
But that makes the coolest shit.
Yeah.
That makes the coolest collabs.
Yeah, absolutely.
I forgot one Wiz Khalifa for sure.
Bro. Wiz?
Yeah, Wiz
for
Khalifa.
our age demographic, like I have so much respect for Wiz. He had classic projects all throughout our childhood. He is legitimately the coolest dude in the world.
Yeah.
Like he was a pioneer for weed, all that.
His whole run with the Cabin Fevers and
Rolling Papers.
Rolling Paper.
Pushing OJ.
To this day, bro, I mean, I'm a student of this shit, bro, and all my friends, like all the people I work with are my friends. You know what I mean? Like especially my producers and shit. I'm like, yo, we just sit there and study. We keep going back to Rolling Papers. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody did this since. Let's be real. If you listen to this beat right now, nobody hopped on a beat like this and flipped it and made it do whatever he did with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're studying shit like that because at the end of the day, them niggas had the most like feel good music that I ever heard.
Yeah.
Like Wiz Khalifa, Kid Cudi. They just got that feel good music.
I always associate Mac with that time frame too. Like they were kind of coming up at the same time.
I know T-Pain's a little bit before them, but he has that feel good vibe to his music too that I respect.
You're signed to Rostrum, right?
Yeah.
Mac and Wiz were both on Rostrum at one point, right?
Yeah,
I always forever associate that label with those two. Like,
because they was shouted out. They like Rostrum Records and this motherfucker. Yeah. They fucked with Rostrum because Rostrum was like it's like a real like indie like you know what I'm saying, like DIY type label. So I don't know. I feel like it's cool as hell to be a part of that.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
The way I want it to go, in 5 years, I'll have my first short film out. I'll probably be sitting on like 5 years. Let me think. How long? Okay. I'm gonna have at least a couple classic albums under my belt. I don't know. I just want to be healthy and happy, bro. That's all. That's really it. But as far as like music and all that shit, I hope I'm making like retarded music. Like I hope I'm on some like I lost my mind type shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people get to that point in their career where it's like, yo, what is this nigga doing right now? I want to have those classic albums so niggas understand what I can do and then start doing some shit that I never expected myself to do. Like I need my own speeding bullet to heaven. Hate it or love it, you feel me? Like I want to get to that point where, you know, niggas get so rich they just start trying shit. Like I want a whole synthesizer board, nigga, like have some weird ass sounds on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just want to be happy and I want to make sure that I stay true to what I came in here to do. You know what I'm saying? 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line, I want this shit to still be authentic. That's it.